Hello, this is John from New England Prepper Society, and today we're going to be talking about revolvers for SHTF. And are they important or relevant, or are they obsolete? Let's find out. Before I get into revolvers, I do want to go into the history of them because I feel like if you know the history, then you'll learn to respect them. So let's dive right into it. The Germans were the first nation to invent the revolver. Too expensive to mass produce, it was a great idea but poorly executed. In 1836, American Samuel Colt patented a popular revolver which led to the widespread use and production of the revolver. Early revolvers were caps lock and muzzle loaders. The user poured black powder into each chamber, rammed down a bullet on top of it, then placed a percussion cap on the nipple at the rear of each chamber, where the hammer would fall on it. This was similar to loading a traditional single-shot muzzle loading pistol, except that the powder and shot could be loaded directly into the front of the cylinder rather than having to be loaded down the whole length of the barrel. A quick moment just to do an intermission. Let y'all know that you're going to be hearing things like dishes in the background, kids in the background, and babies crying. Why? Because I'm a normal man, I don't have $1 million budget, and I don't have an office to do these free YouTube videos. Back to your regular scheduled programming. There are 5 distinct revolver frame sizes. The purpose of the frame size originally was to distinguish between the different calibers. For an example, 38 Special would need a different size cylinder and different strength of the cylinder than the 44 Magnum because of the pressure. The 44 Magnum being the more powerful cartridge. Now, what I think is confusing about revolvers is you can go into a local gun shop right now. Ask for a revolver, they come in all shapes, sizes, colors, calibers, and barrel lengths. You can have like a 2-inch barrel, 1-inch barrel, 2.5-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, 12-inch. It gets ridiculous. It starts looking like a rifle. People put scopes on the top of the revolvers. There's just a lot of versatility in what you can do with the revolver, so keep that in mind. But I think I want to now just jump right into the answer of, do I think revolvers are obsolete in SHTF? And the answer is no. I think they still have their place. One of the greatest benefits of a revolver during SHTF is the access to all the calibers, because those bullets are over 100 years old. One of the calibers that I kind of want to point out during this whole session is the 38 Special. Now, the parent case of that is a 38 Long Colt. You know, with new bullet technologies, they have plus P technology where they can propel the 38 Special caliber at a faster speed. But the 38 caliber came out in 1898. So it's over 100 years old. It's an old caliber. It's an effective caliber. It's been used all over this country and all over the world. World War I and World War II, effectively against other people, anti-personnel, and animals. It was a hunting caliber as well. You can actually make them in your house. I know a lot of people who make like 38 Special, 357 mag, and 44 mag out of like cast bullets. And so it's something that you can actually, if you have the proper tools and it doesn't cost much, the initial investment doesn't cost much, you can make these revolver cartridges pretty simple in your garage, basement, or shed. And so, big plus, big benefit. They are probably the easiest bullets to make. And so, if you're into that type of stuff, I kind of encourage you. Go out there, do the research, make your own bullets. Perfect for SHTF. It'll get you through. And of course, these are hunting calibers as well. 357 Magnums used, as well as 44 Magnum for big game. And so do your research, look it up. But revolvers are not obsolete. They still have their place. I still carry a revolver, and I'm going to give you some 5 revolvers that I do recommend. If you're not into revolvers, if you don't have any, there's 5 I do recommend. Now, there's more than 5 that are actually great revolvers. Don't mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's no other good ones, but these are the 5 I do recommend. Now, first on this list is the Ruger SP101. This list doesn't go in any particular order. Doesn't mean that it's not least to greatest or greatest at least. It's just 5 of probably my favorite revolvers out there. The Ruger SP101 is a 5-shot 357 Magnum revolver, coming in at $679. It is a heavy revolver. It's probably not even a carry revolver, but when I'm up in Maine, it's probably something I would like to have on me. Now, keep in mind, out of any 357 Magnum revolver, you can shoot 38 Special. Keep that in mind. All right, so The Ruger SP-101 is top notch, one of my favorites. Second on this list is the Ruger LCR. Now, it's a lighter revolver, so this is something that you can carry, and it holds 5 rounds of .357 Magnum. Once again, you can also shoot .38 Special out of it. It is a lightweight revolver made by the same company, Ruger, and that comes in at $669 MSRP online. Third on this list is the Smith & Wesson 686. Now, that's also been in a lot of movies. It's pretty famous. It's not as famous as a Colt Python, but it is pretty famous. A lot of people, they're known for their durability. They are combat revolvers, and they're a 7-round revolver, and they're pretty expensive. Smith & Wesson is a higher end revolver brand, and so I do recommend it. It does come in at about $853 online. You'll probably find it cheaper if you look for deals, but I do recommend this as the third, the Smith & Wesson 686. The fourth recommendation will be the Smith & Wesson 327. Now, this is an 8-shot .357 Magnum. It is a heavier gun. It does have a smaller barrel, and it is the most expensive on this list, coming in at $1,500. It's a beautiful weapon. Look at the YouTube reviews on it. I love this one. It's like a snub nose, but it's just big. So like it doesn't know what it wants to be, but it's a great weapon to have. It's something I definitely would carry in Maine, and it's an 8-round .357 Magnum revolver that you can use when you're trekking through the woods of Maine, and there's giant Kodiak bears that probably want to rip your face off. They don't even live in this part of the country, but $1,500, number 4 choice, Smith & Wesson 327. And last but not least, the revolver I own that I love, that I carried when I did Uber and DoorDash, and I dropped it a couple times. The finish is pretty good. The Colt Night Cobra. Now, when I bought it for around $600. The price has gone up. There's a COVID tax on it. It's now $899. I saw it in stores for $1,000, a little over $1,000. It's a 6-shot .38 Special. Now, you're probably wondering why I chose a .38 Special over a .357 Magnum. I think for everyday carry, lightweight revolver, which the Colt Night Krober was and is still for me, .38 Special plus P will get the job done. Don't let anyone else tell you different. So, I hope you guys got some information out of me today. You found something useful. Revolvers are still relevant for SHTF. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. They're a great tool to have in your arsenal. I recommend every man who has a firearm, a semi-automatic firearm, invest in a revolver. Once you do that, you won't turn back. The craftsmanship of it is absolutely wonderful. It feels good to shoot. They point good. It's just a phenomenal weapon. I recommend it. It is still a viable choice in SHTF. Go out there and get you one if you don't have it. Nice to see y'all. Nice to talk to you again. See y'all later. Look out for the next video.